Welcome to another milky episode of
RyCanTopMyKnee. Not milky. Not milky.
Yes, Milky.
รายการต่อไปนี้
So I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jonathan, and we are a boys love podcast that talks about our favorite shows and all the press and mess around them.
And first of all, happy Eid to all of those who participated, celebrated Ramadan. And secondly, Jonathan, do you remember the Got Milk commercials? Maybe that was before your time.
No, that was not before my time. I do remember those. Those
That
were
is great.
fun.
They
the little
were.
milk stash that people had. That was cute.
That was cute. And you know who else got milk recently?
Who?
Nam Jude.
Hey, oh, he got that milk all right. Hey.
He sure did. Many times.
They both got milk, actually.
All over themselves.
Whoa. Anyways.
So I see that there's a lot to talk about with Word on the Tweet, so we probably want to run to that first.
Okay, y'all, word on the tweet. I mean, as of today, first we have to acknowledge the terrible earthquake that happened in Myanmar and Thailand. Because today is what? Sunday as we're recording. So this happened,
and this
what,
happened
2
on
days
Friday.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it definitely had a, first of all, to all of the families of the victims and all of that, you know, we send our best and and our thoughts. I hate saying thoughts and prayers because it's used so much, but really
It's used so weird here in America.
it's used so weird here in the US, but we really do send all of that to everyone affected by it in Myanmar and in Thailand. It was a lot. And I think anyone who is a BL fan is hyper aware of this because there were several events in certain shows that were postponed because of the earthquake, you know. So
And there's a lot of weird people online that have just only cared about Thailand or only cared about their favorite GL or BL boy that was in Thailand. It's like, hey guys, this BL is such a small thing compared to a whole country.
Right.
So
where so many people were affected, a whole region.
Literally a whole region.
Myanmar was hit the hardest because that was the epicenter of the earthquake. And right now, as of this morning, I think the death toll in Myanmar is 1,600. So, which in Thailand, I think as of this morning, it's around 20. But that number is expected to climb because most of those deaths that they're predicting were in Bangkok, were in the tower that was under construction that collapsed with the workers who were still
trapped,
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's a lot for everyone to kind of deal with. And honestly, people focusing on BL a little bit too much. It's like, wait a minute.
It's like there's a world outside of this, y'all. And BL is not.
Right.
And there's also, let's focus on those who are actually affected, not your favorite boy that was like, whoa, I didn't even realize I slept through it, or.
Right. And I mean, we got to really uplift the people who lost loved ones or have loved ones that are injured, and those who are injured. Like, those are the people that we need to focus on when it comes to that. So I think people just need to chill out, okay, and really focus on what really matters in this point.
I mean, speaking of that, like, it then follows into the next stuff we're talking about. So
right,
there's been a lot of heat on Gemini. Like Gemini 4th, but like specifically Gemini. Which is well, first it started apparently with Gemini 4th. They keep like during interviews and stuff, they keep saying Perth Chimon instead of Perth Santa.
Yeah.
It just like slips off their tongue and they're like, whoops. But they like instantly catch themselves and like apologize.
Right.
But fans
And
are
it's
already
something
like
they
in
got used
uproar.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a quick ship, but I mean, they're all still friends. They're all still, I don't know, coworkers.
Right.
Um, and it's just like an honest mistake, honestly. But still, fans were in uproar, being like, "Wow, how dare you disrespect Santa? Santa's working so hard to get acknowledged in this ship, and you're like erasing him, or why you bringing up Timon?" So that's one thing. And then because of the earthquake that happened, Gemini, I guess he was at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're on the ground floor. They didn't feel it that hard, I guess. So he posted a video already. He was kind of making fun of it, being like, "Whoa, that was a weird shake," and he like posted like a silly video, not knowing obviously how big the damages really happened around the
Right.
world. So he got dragged for that, and like he quickly took down his video, had to apologize, and people still don't accept his apology. They're still roasting him online.
People are trying to find a reason to hate Gemini. Honestly, that's what it is, because these are both of these incidences are honest mistakes which he apologized for and took accountability for. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like, let it go. Like that energy you could put towards donations to organizations that are doing relief efforts in Myanmar. Put that energy towards that.
Like you're mad at
Hate,
like just
yeah.
one man. Like people are like calling for like, "Oh, Gemini he needs media training. Like this is so messy. He's like a grown man. He needs to do better." And I'm like, he's just one dude. Like
He's one dude. And
it
honestly,
doesn't matter what he really, his
yeah,
opinion for 2 seconds about something, or
right,
his silly little mistake. I don't know.
yeah, and he apologized, and he took accountability for it, let it go, move on, and do I believe that maybe he needs to log off social media for a couple days?
Oh
Yes.
yes, yes, definitely.
Yes.
He needs to watch what he posts
Right.
because
And I think he needs to do it for himself as like a reset button. Not saying he shouldn't come back, but let kind of the heat cool off a little bit and then come back.
and then come back.
Yeah. But it's kind of like it's unwarranted heat. Like he's getting heat for very small things that are not that
Like
big
people
of a
just
deal.
blowing out of proportion. Yeah.
Right. He's not doing anything homophobic. He's not attacking a group of people. He's just said some stuff that was a slip of the tongue. And then he did something regarding the earthquake without thinking.
Without like fully reading the room or assessing the
Yeah.
situation,
Right. And he
which
realized
other
he did
boys
that
did
and he
too.
apologized. Yes.
Like
Yes. He's
Pawns
not the only
from
person.
yeah,
Yeah.
not Pawn from GMMTV. Pawn from what was he in recently?
Forever You.
Forever You. Yeah, Forever You.
Yes. Forever You with
He apparently like
yeah. Cool
also
Heart.
like made a quick joke about it, and then quickly like apologized and deleted. I think
And
just
I didn't
like
even realize he did that because
I didn't realize
people
either.
didn't
He was
talk
quick with
about
that.
it. Yeah, people didn't talk about it as much because they were so focused
Full,
on
yeah.
Gemini.
I mean, that's
And
what happens when you have a lot of eyes on you. Everyone
mm-hmm,
are so quick to screen record. Like, if that's up for 10 minutes, like, it's on a million people's phones.
yeah. And I think also, again, there are people wanting to hate Gemini.
Looking
Like they
for, yeah,
want a
looking to
reason.
scrutinize.
And so
Yeah.
they're just going to latch on to what they have. And I feel sorry for Gemini because, I mean, I feel as if there are other people
There are
in the
real
BL
evils out there.
industry who have done some really trash things that are not getting the heat. And then Gemini does something silly like say Purse Shimon instead of Purse Santa, and Purse Santa literally just came out yesterday. And you mad about a
Yeah.
video that he posted trying to figure out what the shake is coming from, which I'm sure he's not the only person who did that because we know he's not the only person. And then you are upset.
Or out to
You're
get him.
mad. Yeah,
And then another
they want a
thing,
reason to hate him.
and
So,
then another thing that just came out was that had to do with Gemini 4th. The Denver stop for the U.S. tour
oh yes,
is apparently without 4th, and it's only gonna have Gemini.
oh Lord,
So it's just a lot's happening to this boy in a week.
yeah.
To this man.
I'm really hoping that because this week Gemini 4th will be here in New York.
Yeah, we are going to the Gemini 4th fan meet that's happening this
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
And
Um,
I really, really just hope that everybody gives, in New York at least, gives Gemini all the love because he's going to need that support because he's
yeah.
really had a rough week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at least something to show that, you know what, there might be haters out there, but there are way more people that really love what he does, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else is going on? I know there's something else.
I mean, yeah, speaking of fan meets,
Mm.
another fan meet, like Boston just had their fan meet for Boy Next World.
Mm-hmm.
And they just announced that they're going on tour for that fan meet.
Mm.
Um, and they are coming to the US and Brazil
Mm.
in July.
Mm.
So
Okay.
y'all get your pockets
Yes, meus
ready. Oh my god.
brasileiros. Make sure you get those tickets, okay?
Yeah, we
And
don't know if it's happening in New York or LA. The last fan
mm-hmm.
meet was in LA.
That would be funny
So
if it's Miami,
it's just
which is
something, or
fine.
it's something in the middle. Maybe it's Denver.
Maybe it's
Maybe it's
Denver, maybe it's
Chicago.
Chicago, maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping it's New York. It looks like it'll be in July. We were talking about this earlier today when we learned about this because the Heart Killers fan meet is in July. That's July 12th, and
Yeah,
tickets go
pricing
on
information
sale.
came out.
Yes, and
Tickets go on
tickets go on
sale
sale
April
next week.
19,
Oh, so in
April
two
19th.
weeks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then now you have this. There may be another one which we're not at liberty to talk about
But
yet.
there might be a third BL fan meet that's happening in July, so
Yeah, so we're hoping all of them are within the same week because we know
hmm
people are already traveling to New York for the Heart Killers one. And
it's
I
gonna be
don't
a
think
lot
we
to
think
handle.
it's a lot to handle. So if it's all in the same week, not the same day, I think people would stay for a week in New York to go to all of them. They're going to be
hmm
tired out, but they're going to be happy. I think if it's spread out during the month, what's going to
It
happen
might
is people are going
not.
to pick and choose which ones they want to
Yeah,
go to. So,
which is that's hard because we barely get anything here in America. So you want to go to all of these, but
yeah,
I don't know
I
if
mean,
everyone has the
well,
funds to splurge.
before this year, we barely got anything, and
Yeah,
already have four.
I know.
Like
We're getting
two that
fed.
one
We're
that
getting
just
fed.
happened, one that is about to happen, and then two more that are slated to happen. And that's just in New York. That's not including the Gemini 4th that's happening also this week in Miami. And that's not including the now just Gemini show in Denver. Um, and then I feel as if there's other things happening as well too. Like there's a lot going on this year.
We're getting our milk, Kevin. We're getting.
We're getting milked or we're milking
Ew.
them.
Hey, whoa.
Somebody milking
Yeah,
somebody.
they're milking our pockets, and we're
Okay, they're milking our checkbooks, pocketbooks. Ooh,
uh,
a lot of milk going around. And with that said,
ew.
let's go ahead and milk our shows of the week. So, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
My show this week is Sweet Tooth Good Dentist, because we
Oh,
finally saw episode 1
we
with our BL
did.
baddies.
We did.
And y'all, I have questions. I have concerns.
Mm-hmm.
What did we watch? I did not see any trailers because I know GMM TV loves to spoil everything in the trailer.
They sure
So I wanted
do,
to
and
go
I
in
didn't see it
blind.
either. Right.
Like I had a feeling it was gonna be really fluffy. Ohm is very smiley.
Mm-hmm.
Mark was gonna be charming, but
Mm.
ooh, I don't know, the editing of this first episode, that
Mm.
weird like
The
photo
flashback and had they
filter.
over. It was like
It was over,
undersaturated. It
yeah,
was weird.
undersaturated, overexposed. It was so
Mm-hmm.
bright and whitewashed, and they kept those scenes for like 30 minutes out of the whole
Yeah, it
episode.
was like more than half of the show, the runtime for that
Yeah, it was like
episode.
that weird aspect ratio, like Super
Mhm.
8 filter.
Yeah,
Um,
the aspect ratio didn't bother me as much as that really
it
harsh.
was whiter than white. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, why do this? Like it was a little weird.
I know.
It was a weird choice.
I wanted it to be good because this is taking the Friday spot after Ting Po.
You know what? I'm give the
Like
show.
I'm not gonna drop it or anything.
Not
but...
yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
not
got to
yet.
give it a couple episodes to kind of let it get its footing, and then you can see if this is a show you can continue watching or not.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them though. I want
Me
Mark
too.
to succeed with Ohm.
Especially
But
since Mark is so cute.
so cute, and this is his first time in a lead role. First
In a
time in like a
BL.
BL lead role.
Yep. So I really want to see it happen. And this is also another show that in the US is not available on YouTube.
It's only on
From
ITV.
GMMTV. Yes, that's right. Outside of the US, it might be available on YouTube. I believe it is. I don't remember what countries, but for the US, it's only available on iQIYI.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they getting their money up right now. They have what? What's the vampire? My Golden Blood is also on iQIYI, and now this is on iQIYI. And then something soon is gonna replace Osan's Love, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I'm gonna still watch it. I'm gonna still keep up with this show. Mark is a little bit of a creeper in this show. His character.
He's doing a little too much. That's true. Just
Dway,
a little, just
the
a little
character
overkill.
But
Dway.
Dway.
Jay. Dway.
Dway.
Jay. Dway.
But yeah. So what is your show of the week, Kevin?
Mine is a better show than Sweet Tooth Good Dentist.
Oh, already calling it better.
It's called Hisu in Class 2, Korean BL, that is available to watch on Viki. Anyone who listens to this podcast knows that I have a serious issue with Viki.
Oh.
So, but this show is not one of those issues, okay?
Okay.
The first episode is great. I am trying not to spoil
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
well,
I don't want to spoil it.
Give me a synopsis. Give me a synopsis.
It is a high school BL. It is Korean. Hisu is someone who does not have anyone, but is really good at giving relationship advice. Like, really good.
Okay. He's that person in the friend group, the like FIFA.
Right. He can definitely give a lot of advice. However, he has his best friend who is Mr. Popular and has been rotating girls in and out. And then there's his neighbor who I low-key think he has a crush on him. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, and his neighbor... And it's a high school BL. It's really cute. It's goofy, but in a good way. Like, it's good timing and all of that. And, yeah, I would say go ahead and watch it. It comes out on Fridays on Viki. 2 episodes are out now. Actually, 2 episodes a week are coming out. Yes, 2 episodes a week. So it's Friday and Saturday. So they have one episode that comes out on Friday, another one that comes out on Saturday.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's really good. Totally worth watching. And that's all I'm going to say.
I mean, I feel like Korea's dropping stuff right now.
There's a lot that has been out. Yeah. And not saying all of them have been amazing, but we did just finish Secret Relationships.
I mean, Secret Relationships was really, really good. Really good.
Really good.
Really good.
And it's technically not done yet for those who have standard VIP on iQIYI in the US, but it's done for a lot of other people. But anywho, Hisu in Class 2. Go watch it. Viki, Fridays and Saturdays. Just started. So you have 2 episodes to watch at the moment.
I will.
With that said, let's go to shows that just ended. So we have 3 shows that just ended, and one of them is Osan's Love Thailand, which you have not finished yet, Jonathan. You just have the finale.
I practically finished. I'm on the finale.
Okay.
And I'm already in my feelings about the finale. You know, I would tell you how I felt about it.
Okay, go ahead. Spill the tea. Go ahead.
All right. I mean, these are going to be a little bit of a spoiler, y'all.
Yes, it will be.
Spoilers. If you haven't finished Osan's Love, skip ahead like 5 minutes. I mean, you saw the original, right?
Yes, I did. I did see the Japanese version, which I loved.
You loved it better than this? Did
I
this
still
Thai
like it
version?
better than the Thai version, but the Thai version was not bad. I would say
Not
that.
bad.
Right.
I think this was just so silly, and I
Mm-hmm.
know it was gonna be silly, and I know Earthments are so over the top, and
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the comedy of it, but like the
Mm-hmm.
love story is like I don't know, it's not exactly like you said before. You already know he's gonna end up with Mitts.
Right.
I mean, and probably in the original too, I'm like, I know he's not gonna end up with this old boss, with his
Well,
older
the
boss,
original, you just couldn't tell. And that's what was the
because all of
beauty
them
of
look
it.
kind of old in that. No shade, no
Mm-hmm.
shade, no shade.
Well, that and also because of the character, I forgot his name in the Japanese version, but in the Thai
But
version,
Hain's
Hang,
character, yeah,
yeah, Hang's character is just so aloof and pretty much an idiot.
and that
You're
he is here
not
too. Earth is
just
playing
like,
this dude like
yeah,
silly,
doing
dumb,
a,
dumb, aloof.
yeah, and he's the same in the Japanese version. But the difference is the Japanese version, the storytelling feels more adult. The Thai version feels more like older teen.
They're supposed to be 30, right? Hang is
Right.
supposed to be 30, but he's played kind of like a early 20s, like this is his first job, but he's been at this job for like 6 years.
Right. And I mean, also in the Japanese version, this guy was pretty aloof.
Mm.
Like, and that's why I think, people should watch the Japanese version. There were certain parts of the storytelling that were changed for the Thai version. Like,
Like you
the
said, the wife is still alive, and
the
in the
wife
other
was still alive,
version,
and there was not a daughter.
there was no daughter. I
Right.
mean, I kind of like the daughter inclusion in this show. It did add a really funny episode.
Well, the reason why the wife was more interesting because it added a whole nother level of mess.
Because the
Um,
wife was hooking. She was hooking around
I would
too.
just say it is something you should watch.
I see, I see.
Yeah. And also there is a season two, which
There's a
personally
third season two, no? Or there's a season
there's a
two and then there's
season
a special
two,
or
and
something,
then
right?
there's like a special. Um,
And Earth Myths
see,
are in that special, right?
they're in season two.
Oh, they're in the end of season two.
So I would in season two, I feel as if is better than the first season.
I mean, because you kind of get to right your wrongs from the first season.
Well, they added a whole nother element of storytelling, which yeah, it gets really interesting. And there's even a mystery in that as well too.
There's plenty of mysteries in
Yeah.
this one, in this Thai version. I don't know. The best thing that came out of this show was Hang Me! Hang Me! Like, I love that. That was so silly, so cute. This boss was. The acting from this boss is really,
Everyone was
really
good in
good.
acting in the show. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
for me it's more of it felt like a younger
It
show
just
than it
felt
should
so
have been.
unserious.
Well, it isn't. Well, the Japanese version is also unserious, but the difference
Yeah,
is,
but the cast is younger. Yeah, the cast.
th-
The office culture of all of them is younger, right?
yeah, it just feels like a younger show, like it's made for a younger audience, and
And
the
it is
Japanese
made for a younger
version
audience. Yeah.
feels as if it's made for people who actually are roughly the same age as the people in the show. So they have a few more adult kind of jokes as well. Yeah, and again, also with Japan, we know they are really good at slapstick and
Yeah, they are. And
really good at
Thailand has
slapstick.
their own different kind of comedy.
Right, right.
Um,
So it's just a very different show, but there were a lot of
yeah.
similarities you could see for sure.
I mean, so out of
Um,
the three adaptations, which one do you think is the best?
oh, the
Out of the
third,
three Japanese
the
adaptations that have turned to Thai, we have
um,
Cherry Magic, we have My Love
My
Mix
Love
Up,
Mix Up.
and we have Osan's Love.
I didn't see Cherry Magic, the Thai
Uh,
version yet.
yeah, we didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, so
Well, you
I
saw
can't.
enough. You saw like 4 episodes, 3 episodes, right?
You did.
Oh, you didn't
I have
start it
not
at
seen a
all?
single episode. No,
Oh,
because
you didn't see when it was on YouTube
when I
for
started
those
it
3
on
weeks?
YouTube, I started the first episode, the first part, and then it was gone.
Mm.
So I never got a chance to finish it. So I can't really compare. I will say
So
My
from the other
Love
two,
Mix
you
Up
like?
was different, had a very different ending than the Japanese version, because they
Mm-hmm.
took it in a very different direction, and I liked
Mm-hmm.
it. Um, and then with Osan's Love, I mean, I like the show. I just don't think I can't
They
say
all
what
don't, you know, come to what's it called? They all don't compete
to the source.
to the original. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I low key have to agree.
yeah.
I have to agree.
They
Yeah.
they 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 don't like. I don't mind them making an adaptation. Maybe if it was a different production company in Thailand
Ooh.
that did it. You
So
know,
like
because
less advertising, less fits couple. So there's more of a
like,
mystery. There's more of a like a fresh take.
yeah, if it was maybe Beyond Cloud, which they wouldn't do it, but if it was maybe them, maybe Mundi,
It can
um,
be. It can be. What's that? The people behind like my stand-in. What are they called?
oh, I
Why
forgot the
why
name.
why why
Change.
D?
Is it Change?
No, change. They did Pip Babe and all that.
Okay.
But the other company that did like Step by Step, my
Oh gosh,
stand-in.
what
You
is their
know.
name? Not, yeah, that's not MAME. No. Oh gosh,
No, they're like I forgot what it's called.
I
But maybe
forgot.
they can do a good job.
Right.
Um, we'll see. Maybe I would like to see other companies try out these adaptations, but I know it's big
Right.
money to buy the rights to do all
Right.
this.
Right.
So,
Right. What do we rate Osan's Love Thailand?
I'd rate it like a 7.5, a 7.
I'll give it a 7 as well. It wasn't a bad show.
It wasn't a bad show. It
Yeah.
I skipped like 2 weeks and then it took me forever to catch up
Mm,
because I was
yeah.
like, this is not an immediate watch. But
Mm-hmm.
I did
Mm-hmm.
enjoy Earthman's performance and this
I
dad,
did.
and
Yeah.
not this dad, this boss.
Yeah. I think
Corna.
everyone who was in the show did a good job. They acted well. Um, but yeah, it's not a show that you
Even
expect to
Kapuk
be
was so good in
serious.
this show. Oh, Kapuk. Oh,
Everyone was
she needs to
good.
be a main in something. She's so good. She's so
Um,
gorgeous.
Another show that just ended is Flirt Milk.
We gotta talk about the
Speaking
milk.
of unserious,
Speaking of unserious, wig milk,
Wig Milk,
flirt with the
Plain
wig milk,
Milk, Mess Milk,
mess milk. Namjoon
Thirst
is
Milk.
is our favorite character now, Kevin. That's our king. Our
Boy,
favorite,
you
our
better
favorite
stop
plain boy.
playing. You better stop
He's our
playing.
favorite plain boy. He's our baby boy.
So,
Um, Kevin, we just saw the last 2 episodes, and what did you think?
uh,
Big
honestly, the last episode was way too long.
The
There was
last episode
way
felt like
too much
filler.
unnecessary filler, unnecessary fluff.
Episode 9 had some really good moments though.
Had
I
good
think the best
moments.
part of the show was that conversation that I was waiting for that conversation with Namjoon and his mother. And that was like the best
Yep.
like writing and acting in the whole show. Low key,
Yeah.
low key.
Right. And I wish, I mean, I guess we have to preface, we already talked about the show a couple weeks back, and the show is meant to be unserious, right? Like, we know it's meant to be a comedy. So laughing at the show doesn't feel bad. But I think we weren't always laughing at what they wanted us to laugh at.
There's just, I mean, like some moments are really hilarious with like the whole "you're my superhero," you're Shrek. Shrek is a superhero, and I was like, oh my god. And then there's other moments where it's like,
Where he
I don't know,
stinks.
where they're just all the friends are like dogging on Pra Egg, being like
I'm
he is
like,
nasty, ugly, he stank, and I'm like,
we know. Like, can
damn,
y'all like stop? Like, we know he
he
knows
doesn't look
stank. We
ugly and
all know.
nasty. It's just
Right,
the
he
wig is
doesn't look
bad.
ugly. He just looks dirty.
He just
Like,
need to
all
take
he
off the
needs is a
wig.
bath
Yeah.
and take off that wig. And once he did, he was fine.
I mean, people were like, I wish he didn't shave.
Yeah,
People
because
were
with
like,
the
he looked
facial
fine
hair, he
before.
looked pretty good.
He
Yeah,
did.
he just needed to remove that wig and clean up. He didn't need to shave. So, I mean, he needed to not have fake facial hair.
Ooh, ooh,
But
Maybe he can't grow it out. Maybe he can't grow it out.
maybe. I don't know. But
Maybe.
other than that, like, what do we rate the show?
The way they treated the GL couple like dirt.
Oh yeah,
I gotta
they gave them dust.
dust in the end. They had
They
point
did.
0.5 seconds of a moment at the last episode.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. I gave it a 5, Kevin.
Ooh, you know what? It's gonna have to get a 5 from me too.
But we finished it though.
We did finish
We're here
it.
to
We were
support.
entertained. We
were
were very entertained.
Pooh and Neil
Maybe
are
not
really
for the
cute
right
together.
reasons. Yes, we love Pooh Neil. We
The milk scenes, the milking scenes, those were good. They have chemistry.
I wish I wish a carton of milk just squirted all over the place.
Right? I wish he squeezed a little milk in between the session, but
Right. Bathe the milk, something.
he said, "Are you thirsty?" No, he was like, "I'm thirsty."
And he wanted to suck Namjoon like the plain milk he is.
Ew.
He wanted to really just suck him up. He did. Like, he wanted to put that straw in
Ooh.
that milk.
Whoa.
Okay.
Straight from the source, huh?
Okay.
Ew.
Or he wanted the straw to give some milk.
Hey, he said, "I'm sitting on a TV remote." I couldn't.
He said, "What do you do when the TV remote stands upright?"
Oh.
Child, you changed the channel.
Right? I was like, we gonna start flipping through channels, Kevin.
Okay,
Ooh.
we start doing play record. Okay.
Hey. This show was nasty. That was a good episode. Was episode 9 the best episode? Hold on.
They had to have been.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because episode 10 was weak AF.
Episode 10, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave the show 5 out of 10. And
So sorry.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
the
what
way.
it is.
That's the way it's gonna go. Last but not least, a perfect match also just ended. It did all come out on the day it came out on February 25th, but the only way you could watch all 10 episodes, which each episode was 8 to 10 minutes, was
If you waited 10 weeks.
Yeah, you either had to wait 10 weeks or have premium VIP on iQIYI, and this was only on iQIYI.
This was robbery. This was a definition of robbery. Of
See,
greed.
what I don't understand, and this is where iQIYI needs to get it together. If each episode is 10 minutes and there's only 10 episodes...
And there's an intro and outro, so it's really 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Then why don't you just put it all out at the same time?
Why isn't it just a movie? Who broke it down like this?
I think it was meant to be just a web series, which is fine. But it's like, why would you have people do premium VIP for 10-minute episodes? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Just put it all out. And that's it. But I will say, it was an okay show.
I still have not seen it.
You
but
should.
If I'm bored for an hour, then their bodies are tea. The faces aren't.
The faces are,
tea.
Maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But the bodies are a 10 out of 10.
You gotta, just like in Flirt Milk, you gotta put a bag over it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
kidding.
I thought the story was interesting. It is an adult show. It is a tennis BL, which we don't have a lot of those.
I'm excited to see it. I want to see a tennis BL. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, it's an easy watch. You could watch it in an hour now. And honestly, you know what? I would give it a solid 6 out of 10.
6? Not higher? I feel like it looks good. It just needs to be put together. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe I'll see when I watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at a 6. Like, maybe I was thinking a 7, but I think a 6 is what it should get.
Is Taiwan, losing their crown? What's happening? They're slipping.
No, it's just that, some things in Taiwan are not great.
Oh.
And other things are great. They have hits and misses. Just like Thailand has hits and misses.
Yeah.
So,
maybe they're getting at that level where, they're putting out
it's just
quality.
That they keep doing a lot of nonsense in Taiwan, like robots.
Oh, robots and funeral directors and
now spies.
Spies? Oh, yeah, Fight for You.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's a
Speaking
good
of a new
transition.
show,
Yep.
we got some new shows, okay? Oh,
Oh,
so we have two new shows that are out.
both
Business as
Korean.
Usual. Yes, all Korean. And
Korean's
the show
dropping
is
a
literally
bunch.
called Business as Usual.
Mm-hmm.
This came out on Viki on Thursday. And it will be out. It came out on the 27th. I've not watched it yet.
I didn't even know
And
this existed.
yeah, it just came out. It's a new one. And I believe it is an Office BL. So I will check it out. And
Korea is the only one still in like the Office BL culture. Like Secret Relationship was Office BL
Mm-hmm.
coded. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Business as usual. We just had My Damn Business a couple months ago.
Yep.
Like, whoa, we're still in the office. That was so 2023.
That's fine. I like an office BL. I like to be in the office. And I mean, we had,
No,
I mean, we can't say that's so 2023 when Bad Guy, My Boss came out this year as well, too.
that came out last year, 2024. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, you personally, I know you're not milking where you work.
I
So,
absolutely not.
so
Absolutely not.
do you really
Especially
believe
with
these boys are
who?
milking where they work,
Yeah,
or
that's
thirsting
fine.
where they?
And I mean, we just saw When It Rains, It Pours, which was also an office BL, and they were
Yeah.
definitely milking where they work.
Oh, they didn't do it at the office.
They didn't do it at the office, but they worked
But
together.
that was a good show.
Yeah.
Japan, what's going on? Where are you?
Yeah, we need something from y'all, like ASAP. The other show, which I already talked about already, is He's Doing Class 2. Again, that is Fridays and Saturdays on Viki. And I already said it's a great show, because it is a great show. And so far, so it better not disappoint me.
Not so
um,
far.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's not gonna
far.
disappoint.
It better
And
not.
then,
It better not.
yeah, is
Or
that
I'm
the
going to
only
have
thing that's
to
coming out?
go complain to somebody.
Oh,
I know what, one thing I need to mention with He's Doing Class 2, one of the actors is a big actor in Korea.
mm.
So it's not like, for a lot of BLs, they usually get someone who's a newish actor. This is not a newish actor.
Oh, wait, where's he from then? What's he from?
He's been in a lot of other shows. And not other BLs, but in a lot of other shows.
I've never
So
seen him
yeah.
in anything else.
Yeah. But
Um,
because he hasn't been, this is, I think it's not, I think it's his first BL.
okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's first dip in the pond.
Yeah, but not his first show. So that's why people are like, oh, this is a big deal, because it's actually someone who has been doing this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe my dream of having Gong Yu in a true BL.
Stop.
I
That's
mean,
not
and we,
happening.
you never know, because I think maybe 2 years ago people would say Taekyon was not going to be in a BL, and now he is
And we'll see it when it comes out. We'll see when it
this
comes
year
out.
allegedly. So, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and we should mention that the York Sky of Us, which is kind of like the special
Yeah,
episode.
it's kind of like a season 2 mini series. I don't think it's a full 12 episodes. It's probably like a little mini series, like
Yeah, it
sequel to
just
Your
came out.
Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
It's
that
coming
you
out
can see
Saturdays.
on iQIYI.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so
I'm
there's
excited
that.
to see more Tirak and Fa.
Tira crap. Only you. There
That
we
was a
go.
good OST.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Now we got something else to get into. This is a little messy, but
And we love mess. You love mess,
I
especially.
do love mess. But this won't be too messy, I promise. Let's get into it. So, folks, you have been following us for a while. If you have been, you know that we have a lot of shows that we are watching that sometimes fall back, and then we hop back on the horse. Each of us
Ooh,
have a show
yeehaw.
that was completed a while back that we finished.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, what was yours?
Mine. What should I say? I can say I did, like, while we were away, I did say I don't know if I mentioned before, but I did finish finally Sky Valley and Playboy. Like those are two shows that I just couldn't finish the ending of. And yeah, I mean, it's for the theme of this episode of milk. There was plenty of milk spilled in both of these shows. Some was
More
in
so in Sky
underwear.
Valley. Definitely
Some was,
in Sky
yeah,
Valley.
definitely in Sky Valley. They were shot everywhere.
Oh,
That was is that
was
still the
Ejaculation
raunchiest show?
Nation.
The
Yeah.
raunchiest show we've seen? I think so. That lotion scene on the beach? I just
Yes.
remembered.
Yes.
That's what
There
I was
were-
looking for in Flirt.
There was sand.
with the milk
and,
carton.
There was sand and
Yes, there was
Seminal
sand in
fluid.
places. Oh no.
yeah. It
But
was
yeah,
a-
I did
Sky
finally
Valley was a hot mess.
I did
in many
finally
ways.
finish that hot mess. And it was, you know what? It wasn't that bad in the end.
No, it wasn't. Because
did-
it was entertaining.
It was very entertaining. It just took a while because I was like, ooh,
There
what
was
is
a lot
going
of
on?
nonsense. That
There
was
was-
the thing.
So much not Natalie, Herwig, that little
Ooh.
evil gremlin man. Remember him?
Oh yeah, he
The
was
Eds
so
with the
annoying.
voice that turned like
Yeah.
schizophrenic in the end. I was like, what's going on?
Natalie.
Oh, that voice.
Natalie. Like, oh
Um,
gosh, Leprechaun.
Oh, and then Playboy. If y'all haven't seen Playboy, you don't
Don't
have
see
to.
it.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you
But
don't have
it was
to.
it was such a good premise. Everyone was so excited for it.
The trailer was better than the actual show.
Yeah, the whole like idea of like a twin, like there's a pair of twins and like one of them goes missing, and the other twin goes to find him and finds out that he was caught up in this whole, in like the gay sex industry, and he was like involved with like drugs and like rich men and like I don't know, like shady shit.
Right.
And then there's just like this friend group, and he's like not sure if someone in the friend group did it, so he's like pretending to be his brother and come back. But is it worth a
was-
watch? No, it
was
really it needs editing. Those episodes
Conceptually
were like
great.
7 hours long each.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
no.
so long, and it was conceptually great, but executed poorly.
So poorly.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed all the actors in that show. I really liked the cast.
And some of those actors have shown up in other shows.
Yeah, like Joe Boys.
Yes.
Porsche, I think his name. Is in Joe Boys. And one of the main twins is gonna be in another BL soon. Yeah. So this cast is still working.
Yeah, they worked.
Not on a season 2, but they're still working.
Yeah, and I mean, some of them are also in that Battle of the Writers.
Yeah.
There were a few other shows that they were in. I feel as if was it one of them a Knock Knock Boys too?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
That's a show I should go back and watch.
I mean, so what was the show that you finally finished?
I finally finished Impression of Youth.
See, and I saw the first episode of that, y'all, and I said, "Oh, we're doing an age gap." No. We're doing a power dynamic, problematic age gap.
See, and this is where this show, I finished it, and there's two couples in the show. And just to preface, one of the mains is a super senior who is a grad student trying to finish up his like art
Painting degree. Yeah, like his fine arts degree.
And a part of that is he's going to teach at a high school, art. And he stays at a homestay. The homestay is run by someone that's in his age, but that guy has a younger brother who is 18, who's going to the high school where he's teaching and happens to be his student. They end up being in a romantic relationship.
How?
Well, the 18-year-old chased him, but still, no.
No, you were the adult in this situation.
yeah.
What?
Because you're like, 30 and he's 18. It's a little weird. And then
And
the
you're his
power dynamic on top
teacher.
of that, yeah. Like, it's one thing if it's 18 and 30 and y'all are like, which it's already a little weird, but it's weirder
It's weirder that
when
you
you're his
are
teacher.
like that's
You
your
grade his
student.
papers.
And you're
It's a
also
little weird.
grading that ass. That's crazy.
He was. He rated it for sure.
Oh
So
no. He was critiquing because it was
he
art
was
class.
critiquing. It was a little weird, you know? And
Mm-mm.
also, on top of that, 18 and 30, you're in two different places in life, two different levels of maturity. There was a lot of stuff that happened that I was like, this is why you don't date 18-year-olds,
Oh,
you know? But the other couple, which
you stayed
was,
for the second couple, yeah.
yeah, the older brother who was like 30 something, and the new neighbor who was opening a coffee shop in memory of his deceased wife who died from cancer 2 years prior.
Oh
They're
damn.
the ones who end up in a relationship, and how it happened was actually pretty cool. And they're both in their 30s. So
They should have been the main plot.
I
They
wish
should have
they
been the
were the
only
main
couple.
plot. And see, this is what we said about Taiwan.
I think
Sometimes
Taiwan
sometimes I think they look for chaos.
they like you said they too bored, they too safe right now. They I don't
They're too
know.
safe. I mean, I told you I have a friend of mine from Taiwan who's trying to move to the US. I'm like, so you want to move to chaos?
Mm-mm.
Like, you want
Mm-mm.
to leap to
Not during this
chaos?
administration.
Right. You
Do
want to
not come.
leap to chaos.
Do
Like,
not come.
when you could just stay and not be in chaos.
Enjoy
Like, make it make
enjoy your
sense.
robots over there. Enjoy
Yeah,
your
enjoy
AI
your AI
robots. Enjoy.
robots. You know, enjoy all the great things that Taiwan has. When you only have one threat, which is a very serious threat,
Yeah.
and then you want to come here and then be in a lot of threats.
Mm-mm.
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 No, ma'am.
No
I'm
man Pam.
Gooch. Okay.
Not
Uh,
Gooch.
I'm Gooch as in Gucci. I'm
I
Gooch.
think because Taiwan they like to have two couples in every single BL now.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think
do.
they used to do that, but now they're like we have to have multiple couples.
Yeah, because
Like,
you
but
want to have a side story.
the best ones have that have come out of Taiwan are single couple stories, like History Trapped. Oh no, that was
That's
do. Oh wait, that was two couples. Never
yeah,
mind.
sure was
But that was
because
done so
Andy
well.
Vine
That
was
was
in
done so
that.
well. But the only one is a single couple.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I was trying to think. I
Stay
don't think
with
there was a
Me.
side
No,
one.
that Stay with Me is not Taiwanese. Um, what else? Sweet Tooth, Good Dentist.
There was a
What
side couple in that.
in that? But that side couple wasn't even real, was it? Remember they didn't get together because the boy was like a teenager. They just
Yes,
kind of
which
dropped
is
it.
the way it should go. Don't get together
That's how
too
you
young.
teach an age
That's
gap.
how it
That's how you
should
do an age
go.
gap. Um,
Um,
so I don't know. Maybe they're just I don't
no,
know.
I feel as if there were a lot with side couples. Now thinking about it, because even the Unknown had a side couple. It was just a straight one.
It was a straight
And it
one,
was also very
yeah.
weird because there was an age gap. And we're
There,
like,
yeah,
and
because you
also
grew
we're
up. That
like,
was your like pseudo uncle. That you're
yeah, I was like, that's a little weird.
that was unnecessary. That was
Right,
really unnecessary. I wouldn't have forgiven him.
right. So
Um,
I would say it's not uncommon, but it's there.
I just think let's go back to the drawing board, Taiwan. Let's go back to the drawing board. Um,
Let's go ahead and stop having
let's stop having milky thoughts.
yeah, we can calm down on the robots, we can calm down on stepbrothers, we can calm down
Let's get out of
on
school. Let's
huge
get out of
age
school.
gaps between a
Mm-hmm.
teacher and a student. Like, we cannot do that. Okay? Like, let's do other things. Like, let's get big clunky bodies that are
Big
in
clunky
their
bodies.
30s. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want. Anywho, we're getting towards the end of today. So, in honor of the finale of Flirt Milk,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, what are your top 5 things to put in milk?
Kevin really sprung this on me, y'all. I was like, what is this question? Very similar
Yes.
to the farty question from a couple
Yes, and
episodes
it could be any
before.
and it could be any milk.
Any milk.
Plant-based, dairy, other.
Nut milk?
We
Ooh.
had some today, remember? It was almond
Hey,
milk.
hey, hey! I had oat milk today.
Okay, so
Let's see.
you had a wheat milk or whatever we call it.
I had some
Anywho,
protein. Anywho. Okay, I don't know. I love as a kid. I used to love those Nesquik squirt things, the little squirt bottle, like the
oh
powder, the
yes,
Nesquik
yes.
powders that you put in them. That was so good. Like the strawberry flavor was my everything. Like chocolate
Mm.
sometimes with the strawberry flavor was everything. So once Thailand really started popping out with that pink milk, I thought it would taste like that Nesquik
No,
strawberry
because it's
milk.
grenadine. It's not the
Yeah,
strawberry
it's
flavor.
not
Yeah.
strawberry, but
Mm-hmm.
it looks like it. It's that same pink look,
Mm-hmm.
and like the
Yeah.
bottom is like red because it like
Yes.
sat at the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Two, I don't know. I put like maybe protein powder. Get your protein up, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
and get your fiber up.
Yeah, I have a hemp
Um,
protein powder, but I put that in lattes.
Come on, lattes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, so basically, I was like, let's put ice cream, mix it into a milkshake, Kevin.
Mm.
I don't know
That's good.
I don't know what else I would put in some milk. You got me stumped.
There's other
So
things. There's one drink that you almost got today.
I know I did. Yeah, I was like a Thai tea, a nice Thai
Mm.
tea. That's condensed milk. Mmm.
Mm. I mean,
And then
you don't dip cookies in your stuff?
I'm not a dipper. I'm not a
Oh, so
dipper.
you don't dunk it.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Have you ever dunked like this? Is the big back talking. Have you ever dumped um like a chocolate cupcake in some milk? I don't know.
Wait,
No, you know
wait.
those like
Wait.
Hostess cupcakes with with the white swirl on top.
I know what you're
I've
talking about.
Yeah,
But
I've dumped that in some milk and it was pretty good.
you
As a
know
kid.
what's so funny? I
What?
wish I took y'all there when we were in Chicago. We should have gone to Portillo's and you should have gotten their cake shake.
Ooh,
They
well that
literally
sounds
take a
chunky.
slice of chocolate cake that they make, and it's a good piece of chocolate cake, and they put it in a milkshake. They blend it in, and it's
Mmm.
really good. I can't have the whole thing again because that's too much dairy, but it tastes great.
And get your lactate.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't even do it with the lactate. It's too much, but it does taste
it'll
great.
fly right through you. Fly right through you.
It will fly, it will come back out. Let's just say
Oh,
that. So not great.
oh.
That's why I have to really pace myself with that.
Yeah, and I
So
said, yeah, no wigs, no fingers, no praek in my milk, please. I
instead, you
know.
rather have Praek milk in you. And with
Whoa,
that
whoa! I do not. I do not.
said,
Pooh, if you're listening, no, I did not say that.
and with that said, that is all for this episode of RyCanTopMyKnee. Make me pass out with your knee on my neck in your milk. Oh my gosh.
What? I said, hope the rye in your life thirsts for your milk. There you go.
There you go. Thirsty. Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye, 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 bye.